All right. Boom. Okay. Again, it is so nice. I say this. I'll say this stuff a lot, but it's like I am happy with my new setup. I haven't got my desk yet, or my new desk.
Discover a world of magic and steam technology. An alternate London where mythical creatures coexist with humans.
Let me know if that's too loud,
Explore
chat.
the city's East End and get to know its inhabitants. There are powerful figures here with enough wealth and station to bend the city to their will. But be careful. The Docklands aren't for the faint of heart.
Oh, is there already like a quick patch? Huh, interesting. Anyways. New game. Atticus Daily, Chapter 1, Baker's Lane. Follow Atticus Daily as he explores the seedy underbelly of London's East Docklands in search of his mother, a reason for living, and his next fix. So a little bit about this game. This is a CRPG. Unfortunately, I don't think there's any voice acting, they stated, but they really wish to work towards it and get some voice acting in. This is much like the Disco Elysium esque type of CRPG. So, select archetype selection, animal instincts. Blaming his fiery temper on his Minotaur blood, he embraces intimidation and combat, swearing he has a handle on his vices. I highly doubt. Spryness, as a magician, he is trained in escape tricks and sleight of hand. He is light-footed and nimble for a Minotaur. Ooh, sounds like fun. Wit. Rationality suits him in a world that is unforgiving. He meets challenges with a silver tongue and understands the basic machinery. And self-discipline. He grew up in a crowded orphanage, using illusionary magic to disguise himself as a human. He moderates his urges and keeps a cool head. The main attributes is this. Relies on facts and cerebral labor to make sense of the world. Having intelligence and learn from your past experiences. Okay. Self-discipline. Self-discipline favors restraint over vice in a world of fiery tempers. And cooler heads prevail. That's quite honestly the truth. Anyways. Alright. We're gonna go with wit, because I like talking my way out of things. Man is least himself when he talks in his own person. Give him a mask, and he will tell you the truth. Huh. Dark shape looms over you. Against the guttering lamplight, the black shadowed form hovers unsteadily like a cutout in a magic lantern. You can't be sure whether it's real. Whether it's a real living thing or another grim manifestation from your week-long bender, which at first blush appear to have survived, or is the face of death come to claim you. In any case, the specter seems to be in no hurry to move along. Painful memories prick your gin-addled brain. Now you recall why you're here. You chose this alley in London's East End to drown the last of your days in drink. Well, if this apparition isn't the angel of death, and even at suicide, you have failed. Wow, we tried to commit suicide? Already not off to a well enough start. Anyways, continue. 1 second. I'm gonna shut my door. Anyways, old crone, Atticus, he's coming. Wake up. Now get out of my head, you old crone.
Atticus Daily.
Nothing but a dark silhouette for a face. No, it's a mask. His voice is cold and mechanical, like the hinge of a heavy iron door, concealing his identity, no doubt. Try to speak. +1 phlegm. Phlegm. I'm pretty sure that's not the right actual spelling. Right phlegm word for that. But anyways, who are you? Instead of response, he proffers me a tin stippled flask. A small kindness. Oh, take it eagerly. +10 hope. I'd have been hoping for the hair of the dog. An alcoholic drink meant to cure a hangover. Oh, but alas, it's only the chloric bite of London tap water. I mean, water's pretty good for you, so. Better than a parched mouth, and at least a bit restorative. Stowing the flask, the stranger leans back into the dim light of the gas lamps, and I can finally see his features in full. He wears a brass-buttoned traveling waistcoat completed with a scarlet hood and a mask of ornate gold panels. It glitters in the gaslight, delicately crafted. Finery. Finery, like I've never seen.
On your feet, you sorry sight.
Oh, sorry. I mean, dizzy from your head rush. It's hard to keep my balance.
All right, who are you, and what do you want with me?
A friend in need of your service. A friend? But a man of his station so deep in the docklands spells trouble. I mean, probably. Misery acquaints a man with strange bedfellows. I need a moment to get my bearings. Fair enough, but I'll be watching. The stranger pulls back his waistcoat, showing off a gilded flintlock pistol. Over the years, many of my Ming bag have come to collect. This barmy naff is no different. So many outstanding debts and foregone second chances. Is it all catching up to me? You can try like the others, but none have yet succeeded. Neither have we, apparently. That's as may be. But if you keep going on this way, it's only a matter of time. Try looking for a way out, perhaps through that padlocked door over there. Areas of interest. Explore the world around you and discover the helpful items on your journey. East London hides many secrets. Press and hold the highlight hotspots on tab by default to highlight areas of interest. Okay. And quick save. The first quick save of the game. Alright, a heavy door that's blocking my eye escape from the stranger. There's an exodized chain and a padlock over the grasp. Unlikely skill check. I'll come back to this later. I probably should pick that up because that's the cane. That's my cane sword, and an evening cane concealing a steel-bladed cherry wood shelf. Battle scarred with a well-worn handle. Take the cane with you. I should really and suitable in aristocratic circles. I should really keep better track, even on a gin vendor. Okay, so yeah, I can't really look around properly, which is slightly unfortunate. All right. All right, the old crone. The chatter of my mind is enough by itself, and now there's a crone chiming in. What is this? What is she doing here, and how did she get in my head? And the masked stranger. We need to talk to the masked stranger. Three rootless souls taking their ease in the heat of a steam vent. One of the few free comforts to be had in old London. This one is Poe Pickett. Drifts around the city so much it's hard not to know him. Might not remember me though. Balderman Dash, that landlord, bloody meter refused to fix the heat in my abode. Abode. Them mutton shutters cast me out on the bricks like flicking an ant off the sleeve. The unfortunate's companion huddles for warmth, their tattered garments splashed with ale stains. These men are dusty. Perpetually so. Not that I miss the old quarters, no. With the endless boiler double troubles. It was not much warmer there than out here. Looks like he looks at me askance. Wager his mood is still needs thawing. Oi, Owens, if you're not handing out an old Emil's bug, get off. Talking takes thinking, and I ain't got a lot of that old spare place you didn't notice. Oh my god. I suck at English accents. Julie and Bertram O'Brien. Orphans missing from Sacred Heart Orphanage. Small reward furnished upon any information leading to their safe return. Huh. I remember the place, but I'd rather not think about it. Your inner voices are at odd. When you choose one voice over another, this changes the balance of your humors. Over time, these voices become stronger. Oh, that's right. Being an orphan, a brother and sister gone missing from where I was brought up. Being an orphan myself, should I be the one to investigate? There are unsettled spirits in the Docklands, and like it or not, I play a part in their pageantry. Hopefully not as some marionette with strings to pull for their amusement. Ugh, I hope not. That would suck. Then I should leave no cobble unturned. Search for the missing orphans, of course. Something's not right here, and orphans in the Docklands need all the help they can get. I think I remember the demo line. Ooh, gears and cogs. Gather the gears. Military grade and forced with barbed wire. The sign reads Werewolf Containment Zone in luminescent paint. Electric bolts arc between the fence posts. The smoky zone scent flooding your nostrils. Well, the moon won't be full for another 2 nights. It might be safer inside instead of at the whim of the stranger in the barricade. No time for this now. I'm guessing these gears and cogs are gonna end up like essentially maybe for crafting. Somewhere where Cartwright abandoned their wagon here. Beyond it, eminence and a dead end. It's got me hemmed in. Yep. That's okay, though. His hands with a loose grip on his flintlock. Right then, you ready sight. Let's get going. We'll need you battling on a full wicket. Unlikely chance. Shall I let him ragdoll me and around East London? I mean, this is not a high chance, so probably not. I need a 10. Anyways, he could put a bullet through my heart and have a moment. Now's not the right time to challenge him. It's best if I don't tempt fate and instead trust the unknown. A dry mouth, aches in the bones, and a chill sweat. This body is in no shape for combat. I'm glad we understand each other. Come on, then. I didn't even say that out loud. No question about it. He's reading my thoughts. Where are you taking me? Minor Tarot. To make a skill check, you will draw a card from one of the 4 minor arcana checks. Each deck contains a card numbered from 1, the ace, to 14, the king. So basically like a deck of cards. They also contain the World, which will always succeed a skill check. The Fool, which will always fail and then reshuffle the deck. Somewhere where you'll be more comfortable. I'd rather not suffer any more than I have to, but at some point you'll tell me what you're planning. There's no time for dawdling. Bell end. Expletive signifying contempt. He hasn't any conscience. If it seems like London left you behind, humor me for the evening. Otherwise, I'll deliver the bounty on your head, and I won't have wasted any time. Your headache rages with a fierce second wind, and at every step is a hammer and a nail in your psyche. The stranger's reckless pace only makes matters worse. His arm like a vice grip, dragging you down a maze of twisted alleys until at last a string of paper lanterns appears. Boys in a sickening sea at night, with a cherry glow of Red Lantern Lane. Within waves of jasmine and sandalwood and scents, memory washing fear away. This might be the only place that could convince you to keep on living, even just for a night. The gas mantle above the doors fills you with fondness, cleansing the rust of your mind, clears the rust of your mind, gouging a hangover. You arrived at the Red Lotus Den, the only place you've ever felt at home. No need to be pulled along now. You can go inside willingly. All right, happy now? I mean, I'm in a nice warm place outside of where I was, so yeah, I'd say I'm a lot better. Body aches, persistent nausea from a physical standpoint. I'm barely holding together. Allow me to rephrase. Have you ever been happier? Oh wow, many years ago. +1 black bile and +10 to hope. Wow. And what are those memories? I should let them go, but how? Watch the feelings bubble up from the past to a soul seated in a simple observation. All emotion is water, solid when frozen by resentment, boiling when enraged, and fluid when at peace. Accept the pain. Do not let the mind attach to it. Interesting. There's nothing else I haven't tried. That's right. If you need a break, don't be ashamed. Withdrawals, they can muddle our heads and make us weak. Don't worry, you'll feel better soon. Towels and bathrobes disarrayed in cubes. Cubbies. Oh, I guess I could change into something more presentable. But I pawned my extra finery to cover the last bender. No regrets. A steaming bath waits your tired bones. Wouldn't it be good to get cleaned up? Yeah, take a bath. +1 blood. Okay. How about not smelling like vomit and cane rats? We shan't offend the ladies. Let us not tarry. The sooner we ask for permission to enter the Lotus, the better. A brass linteled mahogany bar lined with candles, casting eerie shadows on the centaur behind it. Oh, he's a centaur. Oh, cool. So this world is literally filled with mythical beasts. Cool. His equine muck sweat. Equine. Oh, okay. As equine muck sweat cuts through the smell of incense, careful there. Centaurs are known to have short fuses, especially at long hours and service occupations. Some centaurs have been kind to me. I won't pass judgment until he proves me wrong. How about Mr. Browncoat? He's rather unique. Hi, Bixby Browncoat, the owner here at the Lotus. Most nights he's waiting at the bar, so I hope he hasn't taken ill. Maybe if I wait around, Bixby will show up. But he could be gone a while. Must be the press of business drawing him away from the front house. Well, Centaur leers his misshapen chin and shelf for his cigarette jutting from a jangle of bad teeth. Good evening, sir. We'd like to gain admittance. The scally ignores him and turns to me instead. Must say I'm impressed by his nerve. The bouncer. Let the cow pie speak. Looks like he's got some quarrel with yours truly. No quarrel, just here for the Lotus. Is that so? We're here for the Lotus, nothing more. Not buying it. This one's got a screwed up fizz. What's the matter, eh? I'm just not used to this brand of potpourri. Oh. Potpourri? Oh, potpourri. A mix of dried petals and spices to perfume a room. I smile as greedily as possible. Come now, have a laugh. You must be new here, seeing as you don't recognize me. Maybe I'll have a word with Bixby about his new staff. Bixby, eh? Well, I'll see about that. He'll be back. He'll be making his rounds any minute. Hey, Jason! I say it the way that I say it that way all the time. Then have to catch myself. No, I've heard it all the time. I've just never actually seen it. Seen how it was spelled. So it was that really caught me off guard. Paris? Oh, Paris. But anyways, Jason, how you doing, buddy? Welcome back. Out trots Mr. Browncoat. Surely come to see what the fuss is all about. He wears a long-faced countenance. Get it? Because he's a horse. Anyways, good, thank you. Good to be back. Welcome back, buddy. All right, anyways, he wears a long-faced countenance, a gold pocket watch, and a lavender-tinted panaz. Pair of eyeglasses. Oh, okay. Is it pince-nez or pinaz? I'm gonna go with pinaz for now. On his aquiline nose. Despite his careful preening, the turbulence of a life lived in the margins shows on his face. Bixby Browncoat. Hello, what do we have here? I have not even started my rounds, and already there's a scuffle in the foyer. Your new bouncer didn't seem to recognize me. But Mr. Daly is one of our regulars. Oh, yes. I'm sorry, Mr. Browncoat. I should have known. We'll talk about this later. As you can see, there are clients to entertain. Bixby darts a disapproving look at the bouncer. Ooh. We just ratted somebody out, and the bouncer's not going to be too happy. I suppose good help is hard to find, but rest assured, you'll have a private booth and bottomless hot tea on the house. Now, gents, let us away to the Lotus. Yeah, we really ratted that guy out bad. But yeah, I will definitely say that this game not being voice acted really is going to definitely take this is definitely okay. Unlike Rogue Trader, there definitely is voice acting. Still going to be a little hard on my vocals because I'm going to be talking a lot. But this game has nothing, so I'm probably going to end up only streaming like maybe once or twice a week. Rogue Trader definitely going to be like most of the week, and Baldur's Gate 3 probably I'm going to try and continue to do that once a week at least. Once a week. But once Persona 3 hits, yeah, we're really going to be going ham on that one. Anyways, back to talking. Bixby ushers you through the door and leads the way down to the back stair. The stranger on your heels like a stubborn shadow. The Red Lotus is draped in a haze of pale smoke dotted with flickering candles and incense, glowing like cinders in the night. The smell of burning opium is dark and rich, like a batch of floral biscuits with a sharp afterbite. The pale red glow from the Chinese lanterns points to the space in perpetual twilight. It's easy to lose track of time within these walls. While away, you're dazed in a blissful waking dream. Wouldn't like to do that. Sounds like my kind of place. Anyways. Animal Instinct. What's that gear clattering racket? A jet of steam cuts through the quiet of the den. What a curious machine. I wonder how it works. It's got an arsenal arsenal. Okay, it's got a arsenal heat drum. That's a top flight boiler. Ball and socket legs and pressurized feet. There's nothing run of the mill about it. Sorry there. Didn't mean to startle you. Oh, it's a little rust bucket. How you doing, buddy? No! And off it goes, heading for the private section. Rude. And where did that masked stranger get off to? A sleeping poppyhead is draped over a mattress in the corner, drooling idly onto his shirt. Okay, so I definitely want to say, like, if this game isn't something that you guys, especially the fact that there's no voice acting, I'm gonna try my best to be a little bit. I'm not gonna do much like in intricate like wording and stuff like that. I'm not a voice actor, and I'm not even gonna really try unless I'm starting to. It's like, okay, this seems like an interesting thing. Well, I do understand like this isn't something that you guys are be interested in continuously watching and listening to, especially the fact that I have no voice acting skills. Anyways, fancy that an errant wallet is poking out of the corner of his pocket slacks. It yearns to be free. Ooh. I need a 10, huh? Do. Seed scum. Yeah. Easy. Wait, what's that other crack behind him? Clarify the Ruel space between bed. Okay, needs to be clear. Must need to get to one thing. 1 pound. Huh. Cool. Perhaps he meant to get himself a tea or something. Okay, got it. Oh no. My whole event stuff is like covering up the... Oh no. You know what? Let's fix that real quick. Let's fix that real quick. Do. Oh. Let's see, is that far enough? No, you know what? Actually, hold on. No, further down. You are watching me live fixing this. You are watching me fix this live on camera. We'll go with that for now. Yeah, we'll go with that for now. All right. Do. Okay, I'm always pressing that. Now we need to fix the controls. Oh, I can't do that, huh? Okay, well, that's that, I guess. Anyways, the floor pit has benches with tufted upholstery and pillows costing a penny. Half-penny. Yeah. A bronze coin worth half a penny. Oh. Literally, it's pretty much saying half penny. It's so late that most of the patrons have gone to sleep. Just before sunup is the only time the Red Lotus is empty. Sticks of heady incense waft in the air, always burning no matter how the flow of customers. Two workmen blissfully free the world, waking world. Huh, hope they be refreshed. Sturdy yet musty old bookshelf, the spine shows such titles as Arcane Magic on the Eastern Edge of Ruin, Opium, to the Ages, and Parlor Games, Love and Dreamtime. Evening, stranger. The dwarf. The dwarf has a warm and amiable look with a set of crystal blue eyes, sharply intelligent, and a red mustache that is so full it could crawl off his face and build a cocoon. Oh my, okay. That's a mustache in itself. His beard is elegantly braided. Oh, how I wish I had his beard. And of the common style, I finger the brass rings into my own goatee, which is coarse and stringy, but by comparison. How do you doing? Or how do you do? Huh, just fine. Some kind of inventor, are you? Hard to say. Once I've had a fix, I'll be more clear-headed. Aye, I know the feeling. Name's Theodore Redgrave, brother of the Bofins. Technical experts, often of a skill considered to be complex, arcane, and difficult. Oh, okay. Most people just call me Teddy. All right. Bofins, aye. Ah, yes, the Royal Society funds all kinds of industrial research nowadays. There's a brotherhood for every branch of science, but I'm with the DA, Division for Automatons. Your automaton has it got a name? This here is Otto, perfectly friendly he is, if a little odd. Stands to reason, though who among us isn't a little odd? Strath, if I've heard it. What can I call you, sir? Atticus Daly. And Teddy pats the automaton with his fat paw. Mr. Daly, for the both of us, it's a pleasure. Otto's gonna need some tweaks before the brawls, but we'll have fit as fiddle by then. Otto's brother, eh? So far he's the only watch from the sidelines, but someday he'll fight with the other battle traps. Battle contraptions, automatons designed for combat. No emotion from the automaton, of course, but one can't help but wonder how it feels about all this. I mean, unless you give an automaton emotions, not gonna feel anything really. Just be like, okay, I'll do it. Anyway, see, I'm a hunter of fell beasts and a monster. After the werewolves fight, those outlaw wretches are all tattered to melon. Beat up and worn out. Much easier to take in for a bounty. Only 3 days here, the moon is full-bellied. Better have a good mind to who you're betting on. That's quite the occupation. Must never be a dull moment. There's true. I just knew you were a man of culture, and that's on top of having the kind of stature I look for in a cove. Eager to be on my docket while partaking in a pit fight. A fetching offer, though I don't want to commit just yet. Besides, the stranger would want me to be led astray by such endeavors. He strikes me as the kind of fellow who'd cross oceans and deserts while giving chase to his quarry. Wait a moment. If I had a little scrap to sell, would you be interested? And sure, those cogs are worth a bit of a sterling. Sell the cogs you collected. Ooh, nice. 6. Whatever that means. money problem. I'm guessing that. Yeah, pledged into business. Take care, Teddy. We got money! Okay, the Dreamer. Let's talk to the Dreamer real quick, I guess. Another gentle customer on a journey to the land of Nod. Let him be for the time being. Oh no, I pressed the wrong button. Yeah. I'm a two-faced dick. On one side, I'm like, let's be friends. On the other side, I'm like, give me what you got, miss. Give me what you got there. Anyways. Lattice wooden screens and high-backed seating provide some comfort and privacy for those that can afford it. The boots are made of luxurious calf leather. Oh, made out of my kin. Gotcha. Calf leather. My poor brothers and sisters. Oh, there it is. I was not expecting to actually be like, hey, I called it correctly. Skinned for creature comfort. The leather is well oiled and polished with dimpled riveting. Delicate china and exclusive menu of the Din's offerings are available here for those who more discerning taste. Seems I'm in for a treat on account of the stranger's pocketbook, as fed as a Christmas goose, but show a little restraint. Still, I'd like to know what his motive is. Why invite me here? I mean, he could have already killed me and collected him on my bounty, but he didn't. I guess I should hear him out. It's worth seeing what he's after. Oh, the old crone. All right, let's get on with this. Man. Whew, that's a lot of talking. Hopefully this game does well enough to get a voice pack like Disco Elysium did. That would be great. Anyways, the menu is embossed with an array of oral morphines, liquid and powder cocaines. Oh God, we're gonna be going into the we ourselves are gonna be going into dreamland. Well, I guess it's time to delve right into the not so good stuff. Anyways, and all manner of midnight oil. Teddy seems an interesting chap, and the automaton is quite something, isn't it? Really? That's our only response? Bugger the small talk. Why did you bring me here? We've got plenty of time for explanations. Why don't we start with a sample of some of the den's wares? Careful now. He's obviously trying to curry favor, although it would be good to loosen up. With so many deer poisonous variations, it's hard to decide what will hit the spot. We're literally doing drugs right now. He's just like, want some drugs? Don't mind if I do. Anyways, I must say I'm impressed with your discretion. I would have thought just any fix would do. Thanks, I suppose, but I know it's not from the kindness of your heart. We'll see if you sing the same tune when it's said and done. Now then, while you think about the entree, I'll prepare the appetizer. Is this literally how they talk in like drug restaurants? It's like, you want an appetizer? Like, sure, I'll get the entree. Give me that good. Hey, waiter, I'll take a little bit of the good stuff here, and he's got the appetizer, the good stuff there, okay? He takes a small tablet out of his thirst sleeve, cracks it in half and drops it into my teacup. The other half goes into his own. Can't expect me to drink that. Half and half, an equal dose. I wouldn't kill us both now, would I? Oh, I can't. Turn it down. Even so, I'll pass. Heh, not your cup of tea? How about some white wine elation? Oh my god. You must be fond of that one. His lighthearted confidence seems like a front. I get the feeling he knows you better than he's letting on. Okay, old crone. Any sort of psychic barrier is useless. The bothersome hag won't leave me be, and here I am, face to face with the telepath. Enough of this facade. Not only did you pick my local place, but you pretend to suggest my favorite blend like it was a lucky guess. I know a little something about you, it's true, but it's part and parcel to my profession. I keep tabs on people who pique my interest. And what is your profession exactly? Wit has increased to level 19. Nice. Let's say I look after Her Majesty's interest. Oh, so I'm literally I'm dealing with a noble diplomatic spy for Her Majesty, who's literally just like, hey, let's do some drugs. This is a strange world. At first, his cryptic speech was alluring, but now it's plainly an annoyance. On with it then. You've tried my patience long enough. Very well. I already know your life as a roughneck and a panhandling mage, but what about before that? What about the Sacred Heart? Oh. Oh, wow, I can't do this? Interesting. Well, be honest. It was where I grew up, before I looted the nuns off coffer and took to the streets. I gathered as much. What I'm not sure about is your parents. Wait, what? Why can't I tell the... All I have are guesses. This character has gained a retrospective trait and will now be able to select dialogue options that require this trait. Oh. My mother likely gave me up because she couldn't pay my keep, and I suppose my father either died or walked out on us. So the sisters never told you anything about your parents? Yeah, can't say for sure, but it's too bloody unpleasant to think about. Yeah, if the memory's there, we can call it back gently. Oh, that's right. We went into like this little memory. We literally went on this opium of memory lane. Literally. This fellow's lost his mind. Something occurred at the Sacred Heart that you've forgotten. With the help of an opium dream, you might recall the details that will lead you to your mother. I mean, lead me to her gravesite, you mean? What would that accomplish? On the contrary, I believe she's alive. Her name came up on a ledger at Bethnal House. And how would you know... How would you know who my mother is? I don't even know who my mother is. At least I don't think so. Do I know? Anyways, Major Arcana. You've unlocked a Major Arcana card. There are 20 cards from the Major Arcana to unlock. Each Major Arcana is unlockable only by a specific player character. Cards of the Major Arcana unlock specific personality traits. Once unlocked, you'll be able to select dialogue options that require the trait. You can see Major excuse me. Have been found in the chart plan. I am a hermit. In this self-reliant trait, will now be able to select dialogue options that require this trait. And retrospective. $12 pences in a shilling. There are 20 shillings in a pound. Okay.
Gotta learn D&D money here, chat. Give me a second.
So 12 to 1, 20 to 12 to 1, 20 to another. Gotcha. I see my share of swindlers, but this takes the case. Hey, takes the cake. Just humor me for a moment. Matilda is, of course, her given name, but how about her family name? I don't think the sister's ever told me what it was. But if you could recall Matilda's family name, and it's on record at the orphanage, and matches the ledger at Bethnal House, you could prove her identity at the hospital, and by claiming kinship, set her free. That means digging up memories of the Sacred Heart. Not exactly how I thought the night would unfold. Ew. I'm sure she's forgotten about me. I don't mean to sway your opinion, but unless you can think back to those troubling times when you won't be worth... Hey, man, is, Artificial beauties. Hello, it's the beginning of the game. We're already a few hours. I'm still at the beginning of the game. I literally played maybe 50, 40, 45, 50 minutes, something like that. But how you doing today? Welcome to the channel. First time chatter? How are you? Anyways, a bounty I'm assuming you'd be happy to collect. That's right, albeit less desirable, it's another way to ensure that I won't have wasted my time. He's offering me a chance to live, but only if I can draw up those memories. Gotcha. So yeah, we're still pretty much in the very beginning of the game. So what'll it be? The dream dose and a voyage between the banks of memory, or the death dose and the end of all your days? I can't take this even if I wanted to. Anyways, this opium den music is gonna stick in my head forever, right? Hesitant to buy it, so came watching it first. All good, all good. What I'm here for. Take the dream dose. I will. The big thing I gotta say is like, there's no voice acting, so that's definitely a big weary on my part. Like, especially since I'm the streamer and I'm going to be saying almost every line, a spoken word of dialogue. Not going to be good on my vocals for a long run, but definitely I'm still trying this out because I actually really enjoyed the demo of what I played. Anyways, you take the stranger's offer, eager to lose touch with harsh reality and for a chance to recall everything that could lead to your mother's whereabouts. Shortly after drifting away from the consciousness, you find yourself being enveloped by a miasma of repressed memories. The stranger's recent inquiries remind you of growing up in the Sacred Heart Orphanage. Auntie Emma's warm embrace suddenly morphs into chilly restraints as remembrances of Dory Yord scuffles with bellicose orphans resurface. It is if life's refusing to allow you to seek refuge from tangible hardships, no matter how potent your drug of choice for escapism is. Yeah, for me, the most important thing is the writing. I'm okay with no voice if the writing is well done. Absolutely. I 100% agree with you. Which is one of the reasons why I really like Rogue Trader. Like, yeah, there is voice acting in there, but it's primarily not voice acted. The story, so far, I'm really enjoying. Plus the combat. Anyway, so this game, I don't know if there's actually combat or not. That's definitely an interest. I'm 70 optimistic, huh? Anyways, this place, it's surely a dream, but it's all too familiar. You must find out what the stranger is seeking in your memories, Old Crone. The open arms of the angel were purely symbolic. I never had a home in this dreadful place. I had to grow a thick skin in my younger years, even if it made me more socially impenetrable. Wit, the courtyard is nothing but hard, packed sand and scruffy grass. Luis? Another thing that I don't particularly care about with games that don't have voice acting is sometimes when you reach words or names that you have no idea how to pronounce them, and you're like, time to put your name. Heloise. Heloise watches over the children at play. Heloise is what I'm going to call her. By this time, you were big enough to give as good as you got, and the ones who wouldn't fight you insulted you with abandon. As the others adapted, I became more isolated. I often thought of running away. Sister Eloise, Atticus, you'll be 12 years old in a week's time. There's something I need to tell you. All right. What's the difference? I'm getting out of here as soon as I can. Now, Atticus, let's hear what she has to say. It's about your mother. I should have told you sooner, but I didn't know how. I'm sorry, Atticus. I wish I'd been more brave. At least you're telling me now before I quit this place. Now, the day you arrived, there was a ring wrapped in your blankets. You're old enough to have it now, and your mother left this too. Eloise hands me an old piece of parchment, a note from my mother. Can you make out what it says? No, there's no message. I can't produce the memory. The truth will come in time. I'm sorry I kept this from you for so long. Did she ever come back for me? She came back half a year later and insisted you were her child. She mentioned the note and knew the date we found you on the steps. But why didn't I go with her? Heloise is coming to that. As your mother signed in under the registry, a horse and buggy drew up outside, and there was a terrible shout as someone bowled over the sister at the door. When this fellow burst in, your mother went stiff as a corpse. Could it have been my father? I don't know who he was, but he struck a panic in my heart. There was a malice in his every step, a twitching, insidious man. He took your mother, and she never returned. I forgot about this day for good reason. Perhaps you were too young to hear the tale. Oh. Hearing this from Eloise heartened me at the time, but it still didn't change the fact that I couldn't stand the Sacred Heart. After I fled the orphanage, I did search for my mother until I decided there was nothing I could do. Perhaps not then, but this is now. The bits of colored chalk were the most sought after. It's too bad they were so often wasted on crude drawings. I see you've recovered from your latest round of fisticuffs. Anything to say for yourself? Sometimes it's like I go blind for a few minutes, and when I wake up, I'm crying and cut up, and everyone's staring at me and laughing. Hey, I've increased to level 16. So yeah, wits and self-discipline are apparently going to be like my big big abilities this run. I don't know if I'm going to end up doing another run. We'll see. We'll definitely see how things go in the long run. You poor child, you've suffered long enough. It's time you learn what your bloodline is capable of. Must be another ploy to get me to stay, but I'll be 13 in a few months, and then I'm running off for good. Being singled out as a Minotaur, always having insults thrown at you, it's terrible. The right spot is that you have the gift of magic, and you can develop your talents if you study the Terra. Did I put skill points at the beginning of the game like a character creation? Actually, no. They had specific layouts for certain as you play, you'll accumulate humors. Yep. Okay, so at the beginning of the game, you essentially choose a specific layout, like which one you're more going to be inclined to, like magic, spry, and witty and stuff like that. And each of these aspects actually have, so like pre-builds. Yeah, pretty much like pre-builds. At least I didn't see a custom one I can do. If I did, I completely missed it. I can definitely go back if I save. But essentially, each set has a certain increase to all my stuff here. Like, yeah. So it'll actually have this has plus this to this instead of this being a lower aspect, stuff like that. Anyways, Stream Elements says I need a drink. Will do. But yeah, kind of like pre-builds. There's no real abilities that I saw it give me, but I think that's where this is going to come into play. Anyways, she fans out the colorful cards. They seem to buzz with an eerie electricity. Look closely at this card, the Magician, a symbol of new beginnings. One arm to the heavens and the other toward the earth. He is a conduit between the spiritual and material realms. The magician transmutes potential energy from its ethereal state into perceptible forms. Can't say I buy it, but I'm listening. That's the spirit. Minotaurs are magical creatures, and like this magician, you are a conduit. I committed the spell to memory long ago. I'll share it with you, but only with your promise of wholehearted trust. Okay, Eloise, I know you wouldn't lead me astray. I trust you. And I trust you, Atticus, because if my superiors should learn of this, I'd never wear the habit. Oh, wow, really? Now this is a cantrip. You must speak it over and over until it is written across your mind in bold letters. Her voice drops into a strange low whisper. Sight from the fire, hearing from the aether, smell from the air, and taste from the water, touch down to the earth in another form. Aristotle defined 5 senses: sight, smell, touch, taste, and hearing, corresponding to the elements of fire, air, water, earth, and aether. I think I understand, except for the bit about the aether. Aether is the energy propelling each heartbeat, the same material in the soul and the consciousness of all-blooded creatures. Those with proper training can channel aether into the earthly sphere. Therein lies the power of the cantrip. Okay, so a minor magical spell. Okay. The ability to transmute energy into matter. Aether is tied to hearing, so you first must learn to listen. You must hear the winds and the wiles of the heavens. I see the night is getting on. What about the rest? Oh, wow. Try to remember. Great success. High Priestess, huh? The Illusionist trait. Okay. I held my hands over the tarot cards and we sat quietly until I heard a voice like an Earl mirror, as if the words were backwards. Then I felt my lips moving, and when I opened my eyes, we were breathing the words of the cantrip in unison. The memory cuts to the quick, but at least it's still intact. Time to wake up. I dare say I'm ready for this to be over. Now, is it time to wake up? Ah, so apparently no, it's not time to wake up yet. A teddy bear with a missing eye and a matted mohair. Fabric made for the hair of an Agnori goat. Huh, okay. It's suffered to the pitfalls of a rough life in the orphanage, just like the rest of us. This was my bed right next to Snyder, and here in the footlocker I kept my few trinkets. Worthless, a lot of them. These purple darlings brighten up the dreary place, picked fresh from the schoolyard by Leo. When midnight strikes, I'll be 13 years of age. When Franco keeps the orphanage funds in the private office, that's my ticket out of here.
Oh! We about to save scum this? Nope.
Quietly as it goes, now I'd better make for the office where they keep the coin. Wow, we're really robbing an orphanage. Wow, buddy. There's enough here to get me started on my own. Pay dirt. I'll put 100 leagues between me and the Sacred Heart. What was that? Sounded like it came from the hallway. Oh wow. Someone's coming. My only way out is through the window. Okay, so what exactly is? Black bile. Black bile engenders a melancholic disposition leading to brooding, introspection, and a somber approach to life. Oh, okay. Yellow bile. Tempts individuals towards a choleric outlook. Okay. Phlegm imparts a calm and reserving personality, leading its possessors towards patience and a tampering emotion. Okay, yeah. Like, we're trying to essentially keep a clear head. There's a voice in the corner, then a pale shape that emerges from the shadows. Stealing this money, it hurt the Sacred Heart. We fell behind. We skipped over holidays and knitted clothes for the children. This memory's been twisted by the guilt you felt from it, taking a new shape to prevent this sort of behavior again. That's right, it didn't happen like this. She didn't catch me in the act. Oh wow, so it's like so it's essentially, so this part is essentially me being okay. How to justify myself. Saying sorry really isn't going to. Yeah, it's like, how am I going to justify myself in this one? It's either be somewhat apologetic and be like, but I still needed it, or be like, I needed the money. It doesn't matter now. Like, yeah. It's just like it's definitely one of those non-choices, really. Yeah, sorry, but I had no other choice. There's always a choice, my child, and there's still a way to make it right. She is right. Yeah, she is right. That is very true. Anyways, I'd say that drifting into the deep sleep would be a merciful release from reliving such memories. Yet something compels me to push on, to be put through the ringer. To face the greatest of my foes, myself. This game's digging deep. It's really digging deep in the oh god, what's the word? Philosophical side. When I was young, I thought that money was the most important thing in my life. Now that I am old, I know that it is. Oh, now we're switching to Clara. Chapter 2. Lord Silas's airship. Navigate London as a sharp and savvy courtesan, Clara Reed, before new crimes and the markings of her past catch up to her and tear her life apart. Okay, yeah, I hope it is I hope it is philosophical. That's why I like the Disco Elysium and Planescape Torment. I still have yet to play Planescape Torment. I want to play that. We will eventually play that game. I don't know when, but we will eventually. It's definitely gonna be the year where I play a lot of games I haven't played that I've been wanting to play. Also play games that I've been wanting to replay, such as Persona 5. But again, I have no idea when. And anyways, this is essentially the sort of character creation we got through our at the beginning. So essentially, we started off with Atticus. Now we're playing her. So essentially, we start with current ups to our attributes by picking out of 4 selections. Intuition. She learned to be hone her sharp intuition from a young age. One can rarely hope to survive or thrive in tenuous situations if they haven't learned to listen to their gut. Grace, quick on her feet, quick with her hands, and quick to laugh. These are the tools that both disarmed most conflicts and left Clara with enough pep and verve. What the hell does that mean? What is verve? Vigor and spirit or enthusiasm. Oh, okay. To want to keep moving forward, there's intellect, bookish and whip smart since childhood. She took comfort in spending long hours in pursuit of knowledge, a shield against the pressures of the world, and a sword against those who sought to control her. Okay. This is a good indicator of writing when I don't understand words. Like, yeah, I literally just end up looking up, like, okay, what does it mean? Oh, it means that. But yeah, I do definitely like those kind of writing, and especially like when I'm reading books or listening to books. Like when I'm at work, I'll be listening to books sometimes and be like, do my thing. And all of a sudden, here are words. Like, what the hell does that mean? Pick up my phone. Okay. Anyways, tact. A social chameleon by necessity, Clara learned to say exactly what others need to hear. The right words can topple kings, or at least keep you unperceived for another night. Tact is the ability to navigate the social world smoothly, saying the right things, being the right person, and managing to offend only the right people. Managing to offend only the right people. Gotcha. Intellect of the pursuit and application of knowledge and logic, a wry wit, cunning deduction, and a subtle manipulation of the markers of intellect. Refers to both to one's physical condition as well as connection to one's social groups. The joy and expertise of movement and the joy of protection of companionship. Okay, so for her, so Atticus is being this weird social person who's big, brawny, and social. He's big and he's big, but he's more witty and social. Then I'm gonna do Claire. Probably gonna be do like more grace and into grace and okay. Huh. Huh. You know what? Let's just see how this goes. Were the builds with the other characters different? Yes. With him, there was wit, philosophical, okay, I can't save here. Slightly unfortunate, but yeah, there was more. It was more of wits, self-discipline, animal instincts, spryness, stuff like that. For this character, apparently we got grace, intuition, tact, and intellect. This is nice. So each character has its own personality. Yes, I do like that as well. I do really like that as well. You know what? Let's go with tact. A social chameleon by necessity, Claire learned. So we're basically, so she's also gonna be like this, also a social butterfly. We're gonna lose out on intuition, but I think that, you know, I think that's fine. Oh wait, hold on. Wow, really? Wow, we got through chapter 1 pretty quick, actually. Would have made the same choice? Oh, okay. That's interesting, though. So I pretty much played the game for just over an hour, and we're already through chapter 1. Interesting. Oh, there was still so much stuff I didn't see in the well, whatever. And the first chapter. Ah, darn it. Anyways, revolutionary feats of engineering and shameless displays of wealth, a common sight in London, yet rarely does one come across that which combines technological prowess and financial abundance. Enter Scylla's airship, its gilded frame and sheer size literally and figuratively casting a deep shadow over the city slums and wealthy districts. Shafts of sunlight filter through windows that wrap around each of the airship's rooms, bathing them and their occupants in a warm glow. Pipes and polished wooden floors rumble to the spinning of the airship's propellers. You feel like you're standing within a slice of the future. Morning already? I can't stay here forever. Oh my god! That's what my intuition looks like? I still have much to do before I leave London. Good thing Silas already delivered my payment. Okay, that's us. Wow. Okay. They gave us There was gonna be no way I was gonna be able to save scum that. My head still aches from all the whiskey he was pouring me last night. Anyways, so more. He was up before me. I wonder if he's still aboard the airship. Grace, a gentle hiss of steam and the churning of metal gears. Silas is in the office, doing some task or another. Oh wow! All right, yeah, we're a courtesan, so we're playing a hooker, so to speak. Anyways, last night was no bed of roses, but it wasn't all bad. At least once I've quit London, I won't have to entertain Silas anymore.
Yeah, maybe.
Is that a freaking Cyclops? Okay. Well then, is that you, sweet thing? Up at last, are we? Better get going. Too busy to lay abed. Oh, okay. We would have been able to save scum that check. It would have been a little bit of a rough one, but another night wearing this perfume will drive me mad, but Silas always gives bigger tips when I wear his gifts. Another dreadful night or one more day in London. I must choose the lesser evil, I suppose. I guess so. Take the perfume. One more night, now I can wash Silas and London off my back for good. A small but carefully curated selection of wines and one bottle of good gin. Strangely distinct in a high society way, judging by the label, Silas's name is Brandon. Silas named this brand of gin after his wife, perhaps as an attempt to make amends. Oh. Intriguing. Sometimes I hate high society. Anyways, if I fancied it for myself, now's the time. The Cyclops is dead to the world. Intellect, take a furtive look at the rack. Lady Braxton gin added to inventory. This will soothe the soul, mine or someone else's. Maybe one another character will come to this location, and if you touch the bottle, he'll see the fingerprints. Well, we added it to our inventory, so. On the sideboard sits an elaborate folding fan with a note behind it. In prim and proper cursive, it reads, "A token of my affection," and further down, "A trinket of fascinating complexity and refined beauty. A fitting gift for my dear Miss Clara Reed." Fun fact. Nobody... from my understanding, nobody is teaching people to read or write in cursive anymore. At least where at least where I live. Cursive apparently is becoming absolutely completely dead. And it's kind of annoying. Like, cursive is dying quickly. I was taught cursive in 3rd grade, and that's what I've been writing in since. Like that. Cursive is my penmanship. Funny story. The moment I realized that cursive apparently is dying is when I was in 6th grade. I was in Alabama at the time. I wrote my entire assignment in cursive, handed it in to my teacher, and my teacher then looks at me and goes, "Buddy, please, can you write this in print? I can't read this." I just looked at him like, "You're a teacher, aren't you?" Anyways, I live in France. When they teach us English, they teach us in cursive. Oh, do they? Neat. Cool. Cool. Cursive isn't dying yet. Anyways, one of us wondered what sort of request he plans to put forth that would call for this sort of doting first. Pretty little thing, isn't it? Quite bulky for an accessory, however. Quest started fan collector. Wow, okay. Hey, a phonograph. Mother used to play a song with one of these. What was the melody again? A similar fabric to the books in the Velvet Rose with fewer stains. Oh, the Velvet Rose. Okay. No, that was the Locust. Or was it? Oh god. Never mind. With fewer stains. Fewer stains, evidently. I'm just look at those and be like, where'd those stains come from? I certainly didn't do that, did I? Anyways, terracotta, chipped amethyst. I wonder who stole the original. Surely crafted by a worker with meager pay, absolute precision left unnoticed by the wealthy. This luggage set is less organized than my back at the royal suite. You know what? I'm not gonna go there. Like Tanner Silas, a can on the outside, but with a different sort of discontent in their hearts. London looks even more hideous from above. Soon I'll be free from it. Man, London must be a complete shite show around this time. I thought it was like a nice place nowadays. Anyways. I'm content, apparently. I need to talk to Silas before seeing myself outside. Alright. Apparently nowadays is not good neither. Oh. Ooh. Hi, Mr. Cyclops. Fancy a jaunt to St. James for finding Finn and Hatties. Finn and Hatties. A Scottish dish of salted and smoked haddock. Afraid not, my dove. I have a busy schedule today, and my employer at the Rose will be quite cross with me if I'm not in soon. This early in the day, Zeus's beard. Dude's using... Oh, I mean, he is a Cyclops, so... Anyways, Zeus's beard. She runs a tight ship then. Respectable shops and taverns won't come unshuttered for ages yet. But the dollies are already breaking bread and scrubbing up for the day. No rest for the wicked, as they say. So it would seem. How's work coming along on the new prosthesis?
Wonderful! Good to be. I couldn't be happier with it. I can't wait for the public to see it. This will revolutionize the way work is done in our fair city, and Blade for that matter. Would be launching ahead of schedule at this rate, and if only the blasted foreman could do this job.
Anyways, trouble on the production line.
And then some. On the factory in particular, they're asking for higher wages, less hours. You know how it is.
My sweet, nothing I haven't said. At length.
Christ above the greed, the laziness. Do they not understand how deeply they're hurting this industry? Slowing us down?
Hold on. Let me... Higher wages, less hours. So far, I can't tell if I hate him or if I dislike him. Anyways, Tack, let Silas know your thoughts on the matter. What a bother, sweetling. When next we meet, I'll work all the harder to take some of that stress off your shoulders.
Indeed. Sooner rather than later, I think.
Wherever did you find this fan? It's quite the piece.
Ah, found my gift, eh? Lovely little bauble, isn't it? I know you've a bit of a collection, and I couldn't resist treating my favorite London dolly. Not too presumptuous, I hope.
Oh, not at all. I appreciate the gesture, Dove.
Well, I'm sure you'll find a way to thank me when next we meet. Right, my sweet?
Speaking of the matter, when would you like to meet again?
Right, now, enough of that. It's just silence for you, my little minx.
Oh, God. Why does that irk me? Anyways,
Lord Bragg. The novelty never wears thin. I pray only that more Cyclops may someday follow in my footsteps and earn Her Majesty's praise.
For all his bluster, there are some causes he truly does care about.
But to your question, I'm afraid I'll have to get in touch. Busy these coming days and plenty of irons in the fire. But mark me, I'll send word to my sweet Miss Clara as soon as I'm free.
It is... I know this happens sometimes in like higher society, but it's so irking when dude is married and yet he's paying for a freaking prostitute. Anyways.
I'll look forward to it.
Sleep well, Dove.
With you, always. Nothing like waking up beside a lady as lovely as you in the buff.
Naked. Anyways, you flatter me, Lordship. Flattery will get you everywhere. Apparently. I know the look in those eyes. The best seg you into something else. Regardless of how well Silas has already paid, I do have places to be. I'd best be off. It was wonderful as always. Don't be a stranger, my dove.
Of course not, my dear. I'll be seeing you sooner rather than later, I think.
Till then.
That was slightly awkward for me.
Anyways. Hey, a small dagger. A Darrington. Well, at least this guy seems to like you. That's, I mean... Sure. Honey perfume, a Lady Braxton gin, a Ladder fan. Yeah, I mean... Can't go wrong there, I guess. Anyways, soft light breaks through the dense London fog and falls across the leaving paint of the fishmonger's stalls. This close to the sea, the smog of London is usurped by the salty bite of tidal decay. Fish bones and English waste mingle on the edge of the metropole, coating the stone walls with the quay and cobbles below in a thin and foaming slick. Escape is close at hand, though the haughty cavern which has been your living tomb shall be no more. Fate's willing. When they search for you in the morning, they'll find a little more than an empty room with its door flung wide. Just one more night of this. The nostalgic reek of London's purge. God, if it's that bad, I really wouldn't want to go there myself at all. Grace. It's a fine day by London standards, quite nearly refreshing. Almost a pity to spend it bustling about meek fans for my egress. Interesting. Okay. At least it saves me the morning stroll with Silas. My musing are cut short by the hacking Gasper cough of a longshoreman somewhere off a ways, hauling his cargo for the day. That's not, best not to keep Greenshot waiting, though I will indeed miss London, I suspect. Oh my god. Ransacked a nest? A raven's nest abandoned, no ransacked, likely by a rogue automaton pigeon while the nest inhabitants were away. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh my god, there's so much here! Oi, there! Don't sway away from me too soon. Name's Glenn Foster, Lieutenant of the Royal Navy. Humor him. A Navy man. Well, I'm Clara Reed. It's a pleasure to be acquainted. That's right. Well, I'm retired to be precise, but the active service took me all over the Mediterranean. If you ever want to see a tale, I'm your man. I want to see tale. If you know what I mean. No. That's not what he means. Anyways, listen to this tale. I'll take a sea tale. Let's hear it then. This encounter took place upon Venetia, a rocky little island barely worthy of a name, to the southwest of Sicily. I was the officer in charge of a team of 7 sent ashore to replenish our fresh water. The land is quite barren there. They must have been hard pressed. But at last we found a stream higher in the hills. We were ambushed by a Cyclops, but this was more like the great monster who terrorized Odysseus than our London Cyclops, tradesmen and scientists and what have you. Oh yeah, I know that story. I know the story of Odysseus. I actually like that story. Anyways, after that tale. Cyclops in remote areas, raging far above the city dwelling folk. This creature was wild, animalistic, and a meter taller than any man or woman that I had seen before their ilk. He jumped down from a high ledge, focused on us rather than our sack of water casks, upon which broke a leg. He was little trouble to vanquish then. Oh my god. They actually named a building called the Crimson Herring after their own studios. I love it. Keep listening. Saints above. I had feared some kind of disaster. At least you didn't lose any men. What troubles me about the ambush on Threnesia is that from then on, I've been consumed with anti-Cyclops prejudice. Bigotry runs rampant throughout London and the world for that matter. At least he admits it. Logically, I know it is wrong to judge an entire species based on one harrowing event, so I strive to be conscious of these emotions, the better to counter them. Prejudice can often get the better of us. For example, everyone takes me for a dolly, someone who needs a male escort to defend himself. As a dark-skinned man in the Navy, I faced this sort of travail. It was the work of many long years to achieve the rank of lieutenant, times in which I gave everything I had to my country. Poor fellow, his wooden leg is testament to that. My point is, there are great odds stacked against certain people, and one must be vigilant as one rising up. Hold on a minute. He said a sea tail. He didn't give us a sea tail, he gave us a land tail. Buddy, you just lied to us. You gave us all this hype of, I'm gonna tell you a sea tale, a tale of riding, a tale upon the seas. Instead, he gives us a tale of, we made landfall to go fetch water. Apparently they didn't know simple survival instincts. Boil the water. Anyways, my point is there are great odds stacked against certain people, and one must be vigilant as one rises up, not to become caught up in the tipping of scales against the meek. I admire your resolve, Mr. Forrester. It's a firm reminder that there's always a better way of looking at the world. Happy as ever to share my side of things, and here's my way of saying thanks for lending me an ear. He passes me a bottle of brown liquor. Jonathan Silverchin. A little something I picked up on my way on one of my seafaring adventures. Why, thank you, Glenn. You shouldn't have. No trouble at all. Ask him something else. I'm curious about something. Mr. Forster, now that you're retired, what do you fill the hours with? Well, I must admit, the pension isn't much to write home about, so I work a couple of side jobs. Sure is sight I know about running ragged to make ends meet. Care to expand? Sorry, Miss Reed, but I prefer my business affairs private. Begging your pardon. Best not to press him. He's already grown nervous. Not to worry, Glenn. I'm not a nosy Nelly. Appreciated, Miss Reed. Take care of yourself. Oh, he's a good guy. Throw off the yoke of despotic gang bosses and join the Dock Hounds. Big money and lifetime loyalty await. £10 signing bonus. That's a scam right there. At the bottom in a smaller print, must be able to lift a grain sack equal roughly to a young dwarf. How specific? That's totally a scam. those sacks are more than likely filled with dwarves. Hey, newsboy, how you doing? Oh, hey, and Cyclopean. Madame, have you heard? Ladies like yourself are being targeted for now. It's a sunny, sure, but you better tuck in early tonight. Now, what is this little poppet yammering about? His concern is genuine, despite the fact that he's slinging newspapers. A bright young capitalist, if ever I saw one. The name is Rob, madame. And you might as well add the little. Most people think I'm short for a cyclops, but I'm still growing. Honest, back at home with the tenements, I keep track of it with a yardstick taped to the wall. That's an awfully strange way to introduce yourself, even for the East End. Here's hoping your business grows as well. Oh, speaking of business, care for the latest blood boiler. I also have a bullet covering other goings on. Only 1 pen. How much do I have? I have 2 pennies. 2 pennies, 4 shillings, and 5 pounds. What is it you're selling? Broadsides? And choirs of sheet music, not to mention the latest on the courtesan killer. A story that could well have been written about me should Lady Luck abandon me so. Here's a shilling, but keep the broadside. Tell me what you've heard about this mystery killer. Everyone's got their own pet opinion, but I think the ladies have been killing themselves. I heard from a chap at the tavern who had it from a stevedore, dock worker. Okay, that people have been having these fits where they tear themselves apart. That people have been having these fits where they tears themselves apart. Looks just like they was chopped up with a... Okay, that is a wild opinion. That is a wild opinion. Hey, I don't long for this world anymore. Where's a hatchet? Chop! Ow! Chop! Ow! Chop! Ow! I'm bleeding. Okay, other arm. Wait, how do I do that? Hold on. Chop! 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 And there it goes. Oh no, there goes my other arm. How do I do this? Oh, hold on. Gotta say, you're gonna have to be very skillful with your mouth if that's the case. If you catch my drift. Anyways. That was definitely weird. How exactly would one go chopping themselves up? Or tear themselves? What, do they like grab themselves from the base of their skull and all of a sudden... Anyways, I suppose any theory is better than what the coppers have presented, which is bluntly nothing. Perhaps I'll ask around at the Rose if I have any time. It seems you ankle on the docks quite often. Might you know something about the fellow outside the tavern? Glenn, you mean? Buys my loose cigarettes, but never papers. Any ideas what he... We just said we weren't a nosy Nelly, and here we are nosing in. He's an ambulance driver. Does a bit of business with Mr. Gray, if I'm not mistaken. Gordon Gray, that is. I keep rid of the apothecary. Oh, neat. But the old sailor is cagey about his jobs. I don't advise you ask him direct like, or he might shut his yapper. Old barnacle that he is. Oh, thank you. Best get going now, little duck. Watch out for the hobnails and don't work too hard, or those shoes will be worn down come winter. I think there's a good chance that I might have... It's dawned on me. I don't know. I think we're probably gonna end up coming back to Atticus. But I'm hoping I didn't just... Ah, man, I probably screwed some stuff up. Anyways. Anyway, judging by the rust on its finish, that crane hasn't been seen use in a long time. Ooh, a stray dog. Because there were some quests on his stuff that I didn't really get into. Ah, it's a blue Merle collie. And it's strange seeing a purebred without a collar. Perhaps he ran away. Looks like he's been in a few brawls at that. He eats a proper meal if you ask me. Oh, sorry, little one. If I find something to feed you, I'll come back. We're feeding this dog. Oh, okay. A stunning invention for this time with so basically a steam motorcycle. Okay. The spokes are pink. Patented with rust. It's not getting much use. All the same. I'm surprised it hasn't been stolen. Shuttered till later in the day. Gotcha. Centaur Doghound. Hey, buddy, how you doing? The Centaur Doghound has clearly been through it. He must have a rap sheet a mile long. That is one of Molly's better qualities. He protects her flock from the law. All right, there. I'm Clara Reed, and show it to Molly's. Huh, I've never seen you before, and I'm usually good at spotting those who stand out. Any road. I'm Helena Bailey. I'm what you call a private contractor now. Yeah? Sounds like there's some dosh behind that. What's Molly's game these days? Okay. She started this fake charity, Queen of Spades. It's supposed to raise money for unemployed fluke fakers, but instead it comes straight to us. Brilliant, isn't it? Very clever. Look, I'm a bit busy here, so, you know. Understandable. Knickknacks and spare parts scattered about the ground. Gather the pieces. Extra wire rope for boats. Hard for one's proverbial sails to catch wind in this city. A sea dog like me is perpetually adrift. A maritime mixing of metaphors enough to make me seasick. See what he knows about Glenn. You ever talk to the one like the sport by the tavern? Hi, that's Glenn Forrester, washed up with the Navy. As best I can tell, likes telling stories, but it's all Tommy rot, if you ask me. By the way, I'm Timothy Ogwall. It's a pleasure to meet you. And I'm Clara Reed. Pleasure's all mine. Aside from the dockhound, Helena Bailey, it's not every day we see a lady on the wharf. Pay him a compliment. E. You know, that's a lovely leather vest, but what really catches the eye is the chainmail tunic beneath it. Well, thank you, Miss Reed. At your service, if there's any hulking brutes, I might protect you. Or do you fancy a moonlit ride on Pearl's fishing boat? Perhaps I'll take you up on that offer another time, but for now, Timothy, what I'd like to know is Glenn's current occupation. Oh, Glenn, well, he doesn't like to talk about his side jobs, but I heard him let slip once that he's an ambulance driver. Okay, we already know that. Can't see the trouble with that, though. Seems like honest work to me. Can't help but notice how different you are from your colleague, Mr. Forrester. Last we spoke, he wouldn't stop boasting about his time in the Navy. Yes, that's Glenn down to his buttons. He's something of a character, but harmless mostly. Anyway, you've been a dear. Perhaps we'll see each other again soon. It was no trouble at all. Good day, Ms. Reed. Felipe Serrano, regular to the rose. The weary young Spaniard gazes wistfully across the canal. Like most seamen, he carries an esoteric reverence for superstitions, but holds a singular enthusiasm for the unknown that rolls along with the tides. Hark to that, he's in the middle of a song. It's a lovely tune that I recognize. Darn it, there's no tune. Somewhere, but cannot place. Señorita Clara, buenos dias. What does that mean? Ah, okay. Pretty much likewise. Igualmente, mi amigo. Okay. My apologies, Clara. Spanish for my head was in the clouds. Estuve en las nubes. Head in the clouds indeed. Ask him what song he was singing. Ah, I was singing? Oh, I had no idea. I only understood a few words, but it sounded passionate. I tilt my head and smile at him a bit. Ay. Quizás. Spanish for perhaps. It is a song from Violette. A troupe was touring in Spain during my last visit home. By the way, Chad, I have yet to take a second language. So I live in America, and America's trying to push us towards, listen, you need to learn a second language, and your second language must be Spanish. Why must it be Spanish? Because we're getting overrun by Spanish. They pretty much are. They're pretty much giving us the falsehood of choose your language, but we prefer you to speak Spanish. Anyways, you don't know the. Don't know. Haven't heard of it. Ah, well, you are missing out, Señorita Clara. Señorita Clara. Porque es my hermanas. Because it is very beautiful. And he's talking about how full his heart is. You're me. Who might we have taken up? Who might he have taken up with? I've noticed you frequenting the roads of as of late. Does one of the girls have your heart feeling this way? I fear that the devil will yank the rug out from under me if I tell you who. I have rarely been so lucky in love. And she reciprocates? See, because at first she took my money, but last night she did not. She pressed it back into my palm and kissed me. This is dangerous for her. Esto es peligroso para ella. But this is the way it is often in love, isn't it, Clara? Dios mío. When I was walking home, I felt as if the fisherman's words fade as I grapple with what he's revealed. In this line of work, there is a rule that reigns supreme. You always accept payment. Even if her actions are sincere, she has reaped a disservice on all of us. True term used by prostitutes meaning having top a penniless cobbler, and their payment should be mending your worst worn shoes. The price of our company is always our protection, what little we have. When word gets out that a client has become an exception, every Tom, Dick, and Harry assumes they'll be the next one. And so I'd like you to have a Pollock on the house. Oh. Ooh, hey, we can give that to the dog. Ah. Gracias. Can you believe this is all came up with famous themes this morning? The new steam ships are such a wonder. He points towards a near bursting net wiggling with fish. My heart is filled to abundance, and now my net is too. It has to be a sign. That's lovely, Felipe. You said it yourself. The girl may be in danger because of this. Who is she? Lo siente, señorita Clara. Let the Pollock double as an apology as well. Every seaman here will tell you the fates are fickle, and I cannot tempt them by telling you her name. Not until I have her answer to a very precious question. Precious? Ooh, we're gonna be a little bit tacked. Well, I hope the fates will look kindly upon you. He presses his lips in an anxious smile. By the saints, this is a doomed romance if ever I've seen one. We must go feed the dog! Is there a world map you can open? Not yet. Yeah, not yet, apparently. Kinda wish I could go a little bit faster. Hold on. Actually, hold on a second. Ah, there we go. Maybe it's still the introduction. You haven't played the third character yet. No, I have not played the third character yet. Hold on. Quick save. Okay, there we go. Toss him the fish from Felipe. Bit stinky, I'm afraid, but I hope you like it. He sniffs at it, but doesn't seem interested. Perhaps that sort of salty fare is better fit for feline. Whoops. Okay, so the fish is a no-go. Darn. Oh, Here's where the steam ferry leaves foam. No one around at the moment. Only my reflection and the drab river water to keep me company. Only escaping London wherever as easy as snaking aboard of the ferry, but there are documents to print and loose ends to tie up. Wow. My hopes have not increased at all this entire time. Sad. Oh, okay, so I can't leave yet? Oh, there's Green Street. Steam cars calls. Slack can be used. Who knows how long this will sit here? I would assume it was piled by one of the trash process automatons deployed by Arsenal. Sudi's man turns away from his workbench where the innards of an open watch face glint in the sun. He momentarily loses focus and a steel spring twangs in my direction. Dodge the spring. Nice. I cock my head at the last moment. The air spring zips past my ear, and the man snatches it out of the air with shocking alacrity. Whoa! Not terribly unlike dodging the affections of some love-struck fool. Poetry can be much more painful when it connects. That's quite true. Anyways, you blazing mechanical fools here. Clumsy person. I didn't see you there, miss. He shifts his demeanor with a practiced smile. What a clean day, lady. Here at... Hold on. I got a better... Hold on. I can do this better. What a clean lady. Here at Arsenal Warehouse number 3, we take pride in cleanliness. Pardon me, miss, for the temporary mishandling. Whom do I have the pleasure of meeting on this fine day? Don't worry about it. My name is Clara Reed, and yours? Don't worry about it. Oh, yeah. Dante Ziegler, at your service. What brings you to the wharf? I was just passing by, and I thought I would stop a moment to see what you were working on. Well, I beg your pardon again, Miss Clara, but I'm a bit busy at the moment. Busy waiting. That is for any for my illustrious employer to finally arrive and give the orders of the day. That'll be the Lord Braxton at Arsenal. National Engines, producer. Oh, okay. Ooh. Lord Braxton wears wonderful clean suits. That means he is a good man. I don't think it works that way. The man can be an absolute tyrant to his employees, whilst managing to completely ignore them at times makes me wonder what he's up to in his private life. But I'm not one to pry. He certainly doesn't know the company Silas keeps. I heard there are some remarkable goings on at Arsenal. You wouldn't believe, Lord Braxton has his fingers in all kinds of pots. High, low, everywhere in between. Oh, really? Tell me more. I take you're the sort to I take you to sort to collect and pay for cogs. Sharp eyes on ya. Indeed, I'd be happy to take them off you. I'll sell the cogs. I appreciate it. Yay! I got 2 shillings. I think that's shillings. Anyways, Lord Braxton mixing with a lowborn. That beggars belief. I doubt a fine lady such as yourself would have seen such things, but certain undesirable elements have been seen traipsing. There are definitely words that I've heard before that I've never actually seen in writing. And I'm looking at it now, I was like, okay. I'm traipsing around with the mechanical augmentations. Some say they bear the Arsenal Maker's mark. Scandalous. I'm all into the dockhounds in bed with Silas? I guess I'm not the only one. Oh, do you actually think you were the only one? My. Anyways, what sort of things is Lord Braxton involved with in high society? Don't tell anyone I said so, but the industrialists are the real power of this country, and Parliament merely their mouthpieces. Despite that, it would seem that ruling from their shadows isn't enough for these blokes. I've heard that Arsenal has some kind of endgame scenario in the works. So Silas is scheming to change things. I wouldn't call that news, but the way his fellows say endgame makes me a bit nervous. Ooh. I hope you don't mind me prying, but exactly what sort of automaton is this? The kind that gives me a headache. I am designated trash retrieval and processing unit. It's one of several that roam around the warehouse, bumping into walls every couple of minutes before correcting course into another wall. For some reason, it thinks it should stand here and bother me. Mr. Zelger produces a large amount of garbage. His suite is not clean. Way to rat him out. Anyways, what is your opinion on Mr. Ziegler? Upstanding moral character is correlated with cleanliness. Hey, Trap! I think I see a mess in the water over there. We're off the edge of the dock. It certainly looks like Lord Braxton has been keeping busy. Busy? Right. It's been a pleasure, Miss Clara, but I'm afraid I need to get back to my project. Good day. And they say women are gossips. I can't imagine what this man would reveal after a few drinks. Loose lips sinks airships. Uh-oh. Had a slight disconnect from YouTube for a second. I do apologize. Oh, there we go. And we're back. Sorry about that. Had a slight disconnect from YouTube. Hope we're back.
Let me know if you can see me, hear me, understand me. Say no if you can't.
Miss Reed. All good? Awesome. Hi, YouTube. Anyways, Miss Greenstreet. Mr. Greenstreet, not Mrs. Mr. Whoops. I am so sorry about that. Yes, just checked. It works. Awesome. Whoops. I just called him a miss. I am so sorry about that, Miss Greenstreet. I mean, Mr. Greenstreet. Satiate my curiosity for a moment. Why do you need me when you have such a prestigious bedfellow as Lord Braxton? Goodness, undermining your competence before my money is even in your hands? Quite honest of you, Greenstreet. Very well, I rescind my question. I asked only because a man of his stature could assist with this predicament. Predicament? Due to the recent import shortage of rubber gum from the Congo, the peelers... Oh, policemen. The peelers have been engaging in more thorough dock inspections to keep the demand from reaching an underground market. He shoots me a look while scanning the horizon. Port's usual watchmen refused my bribe. Either the coppers are paying him better, or they're putting their fear of good in them. He grits his teeth around his pipe. That means changes to our agreement on smuggling you out of here. I'll need a double rate by tomorrow night. That's as dangerous as that's as generous as I'm willing to get while the constable breathing down my neck. Oh my god. Whoops, wrong button. Hello, Mrs. Greenstreet. Hello, Miss Greenstreet. I mean, Mr. Greenstreet. Darn it. Oh no, I pressed the wrong button again. Oh shoot. I guess I'll just have to do it again. Don't worry, everybody does this. Does what? I don't know what you mean. Whatever do you mean? Pressing on the wrong button. I know, right? It's so easy to do. Like, there's so many buttons. You're like, whoa, what does this button do? Ah, crap. Oh, no, I did it again! I guess I just got to keep saying hello to Miss Greenstreet, Mr. Greenstreet. That is a weird name, by the way. Greenstreet? Where the heck did they come up with that name? Ah, shoot. Anyways, the only game where you can't do this is Pathologic 2. When you die, all your saves are corrupted. What? Really? Is this a CRPG? Oh, okay. Oh, this game. Okay. This game. Okay. I have not played it. I will try playing it at some point, maybe. I don't know when. It's definitely one of those games that's on my it's one of the games that I actually looked at. It's a hard game, a really hard game. Ooh, wow. But yeah, it's definitely one of those games that I had put on my interested list, but it's like far back on the we'll play this. No, I'm going play on the playlist. Man, I'm continuously pressing the wrong button a lot. Oh no, whatever shall I do? Should I change my keybind so I don't press the wrong button again? Oh well, whatever. Never mind, I did it. I'm the wrong woman to put a swindle on Green Street. Justice. This character has gained the vengeful, vengeful, okay, vengeful trait and will now be able to select dialogue and options that require this trait. Green Street removes his pipe and leans back at the barest amount. Put that away, Miss Reed. I don't want any trouble. And neither do you. I mean, he's not wrong. A wise decision. Whores swarm to seaports like bees to a hive, but I've yet to meet one who can steer a ship. I have. Met one, that is. Though something tells me Green Street would not appreciate tales from my travels right now. He's right, though. I need him alive. You have two choices. Bring me the money and make a clean break, or use that derringer and add to the list of the crimes that you're running for. You know it's impossible to get that amount of money in such a short amount of time. You're a clever woman. You'll figure out something. Oh my god. Really? Maybe we should have doubled down. Arg! Anyways, he takes a by Philip from his breast pocket. Go on, take a closer look. I untie the little tassel and reveal the plated papers. There's even an authentic looking wax stamp. A new identity, mine for the taking. This alone costs a small fortune. Your tale is, you've come to the Dominion of Canada to claim inheritance from your great uncle who served as a soldier under Napoleon. Interesting. That is a neat story. With a coup going on in France, any attempts to verify my familial origins would be a nightmare. I'll be taking that back for now. And you're sure they won't be able to tell it's forged? Suppose you'll just have to take my word. Oh, God. If I'm not here at the docks, then you'll find me at the tavern. Gather up the capital, and we'll be ready to leave off come dawn. Oh, that could have gone better. Now what I'm to do? Caught between a rock and a hard place. I turned to Green Street because I didn't want to rely on anyone else, but now it seems I have no choice. Fine, who can I ask? I met many people during my time in London. Clem? Best not tell her I'm leaving. No, but she's good for gossip. Might be she has a lead on something, on some tin-making opportunities. Worth a shot at least. Molly. Leader of the Dockhounds. I ran with her in the Bullfrog days, and she was the one who put an end to those days. Far too dangerous to approach unless you've got a death wish. And one of the main reasons I'm leaving London behind in the first place. Oh, wow. Oh, how dare you? Rude. Oh, dear friend. One of the only things about London I'll miss. It would break my heart to tell her I'm leaving, but to keep her far away from all this skullduggery. Best to keep her far away. +5 hope. Hey, I just got it back. Hey, thank you. Dolores. Runs the laundry in the Red Lantern District. The finest fence in London. We've done business before. She's always treated me right. Might be time to pay her a visit then. Well, yeah, that's enough of talk. Excuse me. The dance of the flames of the open air recalls my travels with the Romani. Ethnic group of traditional itinerant people originating from northern India. Oh. Where every morning brought fresh air and new vistas, and when our luck ran low, we simply shared what we had instead of squabbling over money. Oh. Man, if only people were like that nowadays. But soon, if all goes well, I'll be free of London's stinking smog and crowded lanes. I'll wake every day to the open countryside if I wish. Yeah. A lightning bolt fracture runs down this otherwise remarkable clean window. Look closer. On the ground beneath it lies a mess of tiny cigars and tiny gears and lacy aluminum feathers. Is that a steel talon by the wayside or just a hobnail? This automated bird must have flown blindly into the glass. -5 hope. Oh my god! It's I am going back and forth between I have hope, I have no hope. I gain hope, I lose hope. I gain hope, I lose hope. No! Interesting concept though. I know it wasn't really a living creature, but there's something too terrible to consider about this whole scene. I had best keep waiting. Sadly, there are a lot of vagrants in this end of London. If I ever met this fellow, I can't recall his name. Good day to you, sir. Madam, did you just... Did you just call me a sir? Have you not seen my gown? Thank you very much. Anyways, and who might you be? Call me Clara Reed. Why the begone look? Is something wrong? Well, yes, something is wrong. Since you asked, I'm awfully dry, my lady. Something fierce. The name's Bo Pickett, by the by. I don't suppose you could help a man who's down in his luck. It's asking me to give 6 pennies. Yeah, sure. Here you go. I understand what it's like to be at the end of your rope. Here. Oh, bless you, Mum. Ooh, gears and cogs. Beds for vagrants. I best give the barrel a wide berth. I can smell it from here. Yeah. Ooh, the butcher. Hello, sir. Gavin also at your service. Any of my choice cuts will catch your eye? Purchase meat. All right. Hey, this we can give to the dog. I'm sure the dog will like this. How about this raw meat? Look at him hold it down. Hope he won't forget this kindness. Pet the dog. They add dog sounds, but they didn't add people sounds? Oh. That's the sweet spot right behind the ears. Oh. Take care, little one. We gotta pet the dog. All right, my night's complete. We gotta pet the dog. All right. Okay, the quest was mainly to gain hope. How much hope did we gain? Oh, wow, we gained a lot of... Oh, hey, here's the map. Oh, okay. Okay. Interesting. Too bad we can't actually get like a map of the actual area we're in. Unless, hold on. Interesting. Okay. A poster encouraging werewolves to report the containment zone from the day before the full moon until the day after. The poster might as well say London will be safer if werewolves know their place. Well, look on the bright side. Society is hard pressed to cut them any slack, but at least there are medications nowadays, like moon cream. For those who can afford it. That's true. Cat. Ah, ooh, a cat. The cat approaches me with caution, unsure of what I have to offer. Greet the cat. There, little Tom. Have you a name, I wonder? Feed the cat. Feed the cat. We have a fish. My stomach grumbles. I wonder if the noodle stand in Red Lantern Lane is still open. I think I'll call you Bacon. Oh, Bacon. Bacon the cat. Are you hungry too, Bacon? Offer Bacon a fresh fish. Bacon eats the fish. Pet Bacon. Who's a happy kitty? Is it you, Bacon? Bacon takes the pollock in his mouth and sets it down behind him, then sits next to his prize and stares at me. Your services are no longer required at this time. Servant, you are dismissed. What a demanding cat. Typical cat. Thank you for your services, but they are no longer required. I demand you dismissed. Hey, we gained some hope out of that. The message is as subtle as the giant hammer. Human beings are being replaced by machines to the profit of the ruling class. Ugh. And to the detriment of everyone else. Okay, it did not give me a good. It did not give me a minus hope. Hey, storm drain. I suppose that things people drop into the sewers by accident will eventually find their way here. No! Oh, no. Wait. I might be okay. Oh, thank you. I was gonna say. Whew. There we go. Why not give it a try? I'm already here after all. Hey, I got 2 shillings. I should probably make like an actual save instead of having all these autosaves. I keep forgetting that, like, the one thing I don't really care about this is, answer me this, chat. Were you able to move the camera around in Disco Elysium? Because you can't do that in this game. No? Okay, so it's just like Disco Elysium. Like, you're stuck at looking at your character going down and moving around. You cannot move the camera at all. So, okay. That's the one thing I'm not particularly caring about this. Wow, this is a big world. I like it. Drift of the leaves swept into a neat pile of the breeze. The passing of the seasons means change, bringing me a small measure of comfort. +5 hope. Always got to look up on the bright side of things. The cardboard scoop on the Kurdistan killer. Read of the glory details. This story will boil your blood. This rag passes for news these days, yet I really can't find it within myself to be shocked. They're only the only interest. No doubt the upper crust will give us a wide berth. Makes the lady appreciate the likes of Cunningham, despite the drawbacks, and happier still to see the back of his town soon enough. Although I haven't much time yet in this fair city, I'll keep looking into the mystery. The wreckage of a wooden chair. Just about any old piece of furniture can be rehabilitated with a little care. That is very true. +5 hope. We're optimistic now, which is good. Yay. The cafe's abandoned parasol. It's nice to think that London at least occasionally gets some sunshine to break up the gloom. I could almost use my own parasol today. Maybe you can't move the camera in these games since these are games about solving a mystery. That's true. There are some moments in Disco Elysium where secrets are hidden behind walls. Oh, interesting. Unfortunately, I haven't played Disco Elysium. And I will eventually, because I know it's a good game. A lot of people have played it. A lot of people loved it. I will eventually play that game. There's a lot of games I haven't played that I'm going to play. So many games, so little time. Look on the bright side. We'll eventually play them. Yeah, excellent writing in Disco. Awesome. Awesome. I will definitely play it. Anyways, it's nice to think that London at least occasionally gets some sunshine to break up the gloom. I could almost use my own parasol today. +5 hope. We are hopeful. Love it. I think when I played the demo, when I was playing Atticus, I got his whole thing like completely down into the despair section. And I was like, oh my god, how is this? This is going not so well. That was in the demo though. Do. At least I think it's Despair that goes all the way down here. Well, I have not played it, and it's not available anymore. That is unfortunate. How long was the demo up? Okay, I don't know how long the demo was actually up, but it was definitely up for a little while. It's unfortunate that you weren't able to get to it, but gonna buy the game tomorrow. Ooh, nice. Hope you have fun with it. Anyways, dropped a crate of China, likely intended for the restaurant, accompanied by a nose-pinching stench. Investigate the smell. Oh, I'm not gonna like this. A dead, decomposed animal, ghastly, -5 hope. No! We're back down to optimistic. We're getting our hope up.
We shall not fall into despair.
Anyways, I remember this place. Excellent curry. It's a shame they closed. Oh, that's sad. Hey, preacher.
Blessings upon you, dear soul. I'm Ellie McBride, here to heed the Lord's word.
I would have thought you'd have better things to do than preach to someone of my stature, Father.
Nonsense, my child, as Jesus taught us to forgive the sinful woman who anointed his feet, the one to whom little is forgiven, loves little. He calls not the righteous, but the sinners to repentance.
So he's calling me? Is that what you're saying? I have no regrets. Regret nothing. This preacher would blame me for it, at least.
Of course not. Again, Jesus tells us, let the one who is without sin cast the first stone. It is not my place to pronounce judgment upon you.
Many of your ilk take no delight in such pronouncements.
Alas, I will not say you are wrong, yet another teaching of Jesus tells us that we must remove the log from our own eye before we can help take the speck from our neighbors. Those who flaunt their piety before others will receive no other reward.
But is that not what you're doing now?
Wisely answered, perhaps. Yet you are the one who came to speak to me, are you not?
You give me a lot to think about, Father.
And blessed are those who hear the word of God and keep it.
I mean, not wrong. Exposed to the elements, the upholstery shows its age, like a fruit left to ripen in the sun. I wonder what it'll be like living a normal life behind an ordinary window. It's hard to imagine. Roots are the least unnerving thing present in this room. I wonder if they're natural or if Gordon is feeding them something unique. Oh, that's Gordon, huh? More drawers than one would find in an aristocrat's bedroom vanity or behind a hotel's front desk. Glowing bottles. Quite the eye catcher. I wonder how they sell. With respect, this isn't a self-service establishment. Tell me what you need. Sorry. Had to try. Gordon Gray is one of the slimiest men I've ever seen, and I've seen a few. It's a good thing I haven't any business in this shop. Not at the moment. Okay, so apparently we're gonna end up coming back here later. Ooh, excuse me. Interesting. Okay. Oh, wait. Can I only have... Oh, okay. I can only have 4 tasks at a time. Oh, this really makes me want to actually go back real quick and do all the stuff in Atticus's quest. Because I think there was a lot of stuff I still needed to do. And that obituary is gonna degrade my hope, isn't it? Yep. I shall not read the obituary. I do not want to decrease my hope. Though I think I'll actually read this because... Oh, golly. Poor golly. On dock count, always hard to tell if they're on the job or simply loitering. Look at that, a dock hound in the wild. We're sisters of sort, you know? I'm Clara. I used to run with the bullfrogs. She gives me a cautious once over before replying, KG, this one. Olivia Linz. The name? Yeah, I heard the bullfrogs, but they broke up quite a while ago. What do you do now? I'm trying to raise enough dough to get out of London. That sounds right appealing to me. Are you still in the business? Whoa! That's a hard check. Do. Oh no, I pressed the wrong button again. Whatever shall I do? I guess I'll just do it again. Ah, shucks. So what do I need? I need a 12. So I literally have a 14, 13, 12, a 3 out of 12, a 3 out of 14 chance. Eee. Yeah. I'm shoplifting, burglary, forgery, any kind of carver, and I'm not afraid to cosh a bloke who gets in my way. Well, listen, why don't you nip over to the wagon and grab yourself some goodies for a treat? I'll keep watch, but then I've got to get back to work. Ken? Nani? This is quite the bounty of vice. There must be 10,000 cigarettes in this cart. Let's see, what do we have in here? Ah, looks like the laudanum to me. A tincture of 1% morphine by weight prepared for extracts of the opium poppy. I have been needing a bit of pain relief, come to think of it. And these appear to be cigarettes. Oh, wow. I got a few tries with this. It was a few tries, but not as much as the other one. The other one, I think, was actually slightly higher than this one, so we got quite lucky. Anyways, so time to make a save. Called next time, because that was when we will next time be playing, because I gotta get going.